Coconut water. Fun fact, which might be shocking because I know I'll be pulling up in these videos with matchas literally 24/7, but coconut water is actually my favorite drink. Hi guys, it's Dustin, and I wasn't expecting to film this today, but honestly, I was procrastinating on other things I needed to do, and I don't really have energy to do the other things, so I was like, you know what, I do have energy to do a little thrift haul for you guys. It's not even a little thrift haul, it's a big thrift haul. To be transparent, I don't really thrift that often anymore. I used to be about that life. Like, if you guys have been watching me since my high school days, I was up in the thrift store every single day. Like, Goodwill bins, watch out. Like, I used to be a Goodwill bins warrior. Yes, I would fight those depop sellers. But now, I don't know. I think I've just grown out of it. I think I'm just too old. Oh, my back. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't have the energy to thrift like I used to. That's kind of why I don't do thrift with me's and thrift hauls that often anymore. Another thing with thrifting is like, it is inherently impulse buying, which is something I actively have taught myself not to do anymore. And I just found myself thrifting stuff for the sake of like, I just found it and it's cheap and I feel like I could potentially wear it. And then I just have like a closet full of clothes I never wear. That's all too big for me, by the way. Like, every time I would thrift something, I'd be like, oh, it's the oversized look. Now I'm not about that oversized look. The sun just keeps fading back and forth, huh? I'm not about the oversized look. I like very well fitted things because I'm just like a teeny tiny human. I'm just so small.
And my little frame and my sweet little girl voice. Probably wonder what it's like to be with someone who is as small as I am.
You know, I'm like a slutty man with a 26 size waist. Anyway, that being said, today I do have a thrift haul because I miss them. I feel like it's kind of a dead genre in the YouTube space right now. We need to bring back the art of a thrift haul. Anyway, let's just get into it. I have a lot to go through. Some of these clothes I bought recently, like this month. Other clothes I bought a few months ago, and other clothes I bought literally last summer that I thought deserved a mention. So yeah, overall, it's a collective thrift haul. Starting out with recent purchases. We got this Ralph Lauren Petite 100% wool flannel button-up. I got this in Chicago. I went to Chicago for a brand trip to Movie Fest, and I picked this up. It's really nice quality. It's 100% wool. I love myself some natural material, okay? Let's try to ward off that polyester shit. I kind of hate when brands have like their logo on clothes like this, but this one's so subtle you can barely even see it. I feel like this would be a really good piece for me to throw on whenever, like in the fall, good layering piece. I don't have enough flannels, so. I'm now realizing a lot of these clothes you may have seen in my past videos already. I say that because I've worn this next piece plenty of times in videos. This red long sleeve. The brand is Union Bay. It has this stripe on the side of the sleeve. I love a pop of red. I'm not the type of person that has a lot of color in their closet. Usually my color palette tends to be pretty neutral, blacks and whites, earth tones, and if I am gonna do color, it's only gonna be like a pop of red. And it just fits somehow. Has a little V-neck, super cute. Next up, a bit boring, but this black t-shirt, it kind of fits me like a baby tee because I think it's literally up. It's a large 14 to 16 boys shirt. It is vintage, it's single stitch. I did pay a little bit for this shirt, but I don't have a black t-shirt in my closet, which is crazy. It does fit me so nicely as well. I kind of wear this almost on a daily basis. Also, I did thrift this in LA. Of course, where else are you gonna get these single stitch bitches? So I know a lot of people have been discussing what type of shorts they're gonna be wearing this summer. Some may be wearing jorts. Some may be wearing pleated black shorts. And I do have a pair of pleated shorts I will be showing you a bit later in this video. And those are all really good options. But for me personally, I'm thinking it's a funky short summer. So I got this from a vintage flea market in Sac. I was trying to bargain, so I was like, can I get $5 off this thing? And the girl was like, if you follow me on Instagram. And I was like, haha. Thinking she was joking. She wasn't joking, she gave me her handle. So I did in fact have to follow her Instagram for her to give me $5 off this thing because she has like a vintage shop Instagram. Proceeded to unfollow her right after that, but like, hey, cute little shorts though. They're like these green and yellow gingham. Is that the pattern what it's called? Gingham? They're kind of given like Disney shake it up wardrobe. This is my vibe this summer. This and booty short vintage swim trunks. That's my vibe this summer. If y'all wanna join me in the Dustin summer. Next thing, I don't even remember where I thrifted it, but it's just this green plaid button up. It's very, very big. I cropped it, obviously, y'all can tell. Y'all, it's frayed as fuck, you guys can tell. A short sleeve plaid button up, an essential for your closet, especially if you're a male manipulator indie bitch that takes all their photos on 35mm film. Yeah, I just needed one of these. You gotta have one. Next, this one's on a hanger because I didn't want to remove it from the hanger. This white button up. I wear this all the time, and you know that because if you look in here, the pit stains aren't looking too cute. Yeah, I need to put some OxiClean on that. Super well fitted. It just like hugs me like a glove, and it's just a really good staple, especially for layering, but I also love wearing it on its own. Kind of has like a minimalist waiter slash office siren vibe. This next piece, it's got some lore to it. I was visiting Seattle, and I was in this vintage flea mall. And I was in this vintage mall. It was called the Fremont Vintage Mall. If you're in Seattle, I bet you already know what I'm talking about. I was wearing a lot of layers because it was winter, it was cold, and in this mall, I was trying on some clothes. So I took off all my, I'm talking like 4 different layers, okay? Because I'm from California, I get cold. So I'm trying on stuff, not liking any of it, and the person I'm there with, they're like holding on my clothes. Like I took off all my clothes, I handed them one by one, then I tried on the clothes. Then when I put all the clothes back and was putting on my layers, I was wearing so many layers, I failed to realize I was wearing my gray cashmere sweater that I thrifted in Australia. This was like a nice like cashmere sweater. Like I spent a butt ton of money on it because I also got it fixed because there were some little moth holes. So I got the moth holes fixed, and that was a good at least 30 bucks. We literally took a step out of the mall, like we're leaving. And then right when we left, I was like, oh my God, I had a gray cashmere sweater on. So we run back into the mall to where I was, you know, changing and stuff. I was just kind of in this corner. There was a mirror in this mall. There's like little booths. Then I'm in this corner. It's like kind of secluded, right? So we come back. I'm searching, I'm like looking through the hangers, I'm like, I don't see, I'm looking on the floor, I'm looking where it could be hung. Gone. It's gone. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if some vintage bitch took it. I don't know if the mall took it and they're gonna sell that bitch. I don't know. And I was devastated. I couldn't stop thinking about that sweater, no joke, for like a week. I don't know where it went, it like just disappeared into thin air. And that's a case that never sat right with me. The case of the missing gray cashmere sweater. Anyway, that all being said is just to lead up to, I found another gray sweater. Yes, it got replaced. I know. In the moment, I was like, oh, I can never be replaced. And I will say this one is not cashmere, it's wool. So it's not as nice. Also, I didn't have to drop like 100 bucks. This one, $5. Found in a $5 bin. Isn't that crazy? It was actually a little bit big on me, but I got to shrink it because it's wool. So now it fits me perfectly. I love a nice sweater, like a nice natural material knitwear. I'm starting to look out for like a dark charcoal wool sweater and or cashmere or mohair, whatever I come across. And my dream sweater that I've been looking for years. Literally, there's this one picture of this red sweater that I saved on Pinterest. I'll put it right here. And actually, I used to be mutuals with the guy that is in that photo. He actually only followed me for like a few days and then unfollowed me back in like 2020, 2021 or something like that. But a few months ago, I actually DM'd him finally. I know I pop up in his DMs because he followed me for approximately like 3 days. So I DM'd him like, hey, like, do you know where the sweater is from? Because I've been looking for one like this for literally years. Because I'm very specific and I want a red mohair sweater or some type of red, nice wool knit sweater. And it has to be the perfect shade of red, like a nice dark red wine sweater. That's hard to come across, especially one that actually fits me. Anyway, I DM'd this guy, right? Left on scene. Left on scene, and oh my God, I hate these gatekeeping bitches. I almost DM'd him back like, LOL, fake. He couldn't just be like, oh, sorry, thrifted it, don't know where. I hate these fashion bitches. So pretentious. Next thing is probably one of my favorite things I've ever thrifted. This Pendleton black blazer. It is 100% virgin wool, and as I said before, I love natural materials. This blazer fits me so nicely. I actually think the previous owner cropped it or something because there's only one button here, and it is kind of like a really deep V here on the bottom inside, like the lining is kind of cut, like y'all can see that, right? So I have to assume someone mended it, but it fits me perfectly. I've gotten so many compliments on it too, and a nice well-fitting black blazer was on my wardrobe wish list for so long, and I'm so happy I was able to thrift one. Like, don't you just love when the thrift gods bless you? Like, they're just like, you know what, Dustin, let me just give you this one. We got this moss green sweater vest. The brand is Club Room by Charter Club. I just really loved the color of this. There's like this yellowish specks in it. Really great layer piece, classy. I love these kind of shirts. I don't don't know what they're called, polos, half zip up. This one is Nordstrom, and I got it from a vintage expo in Sac, which I really don't love going to like vintage clothes market. Like I love going to like an antique fair because you can find a variety of things, not just clothes. But every time I pull up to one of those like Depop-esque flea markets, I don't really ever find much because most of it is street style, which I don't know if y'all can tell, but I don't really like street style that much. I'm pretty preppy for the most part. So this was the one thing I found there. It's really, really nice. What's the material? Merino wool, I'm pretty sure. Yep, it's merino wool. Come on, natural material. And I love that style of shirt so much so that I have another one in blue. This one's like a little bit different. The buttons are bigger, the styles, it's not the same brand. There's actually no tag in this. I think I got it for like maybe 40 bucks from this vintage mall when I was in Melbourne, Australia. Honestly, I thought it was kind of pricey for something that doesn't even have a tag on it, but feeling the material, it's really nice. I really need to stop buying like navy blue though, because I have too much navy blue things in my closet. It's not even one of my favorite colors. For some reason, it's just really easy for me to find a navy blue piece of clothing. This bright yellow shirt that says Franklin Marshall Track 54 on it. It's vintage single stitch. I got this while I was in Japan in a random vintage store. A lot of people like to hype up thrifting in Japan, but a lot of the thrifting in Japan you can just find in regular American thrift stores for way cheaper, because a lot of Japan's thrift stores, it's just full of like Americana, like they love Americana, but it's just like marked up obviously. So I didn't really have too much success thrifting in Japan. Literally I went to Japan and got a fucking shirt I could have got in America. I usually don't like wearing yellow, but for some reason I just loved this so much. Okay, we got two more things. Let's finish this off. I got this pair of pleated brown shorts in London. The brand is Betty Barclay. These jeans I got in London, and they're vintage dead stock space jeans, and they have these like gigantic wide legs. And for those of you who thought I was capping on that size 26 waist, skinny! I wish I wasn't though, because genuinely I can never find pants that fit me. I also want to show you some accessories that I got. This cap I got yesterday at the flea market. It's Dickies, and I just really liked the colors and the stripe. And I also got this hat. It's like gray. It looks like wool or cotton, but it's actually polyester, which is, you know, not the nicest, but it looks really nice. Got this for like, I think 5 bucks. I just love like a funky hat. What's that? A hat? Crazy, funky, junky hat. Overslept. Turn tightly. Trying to look like Keira Knightley. You've been there, we've done that. We see through your funky hat. Hats are just such a good way to spice up an outfit, especially in the summertime when you don't want to wear a lot of clothes. I'm just gonna leave this hat on. I've been obsessed with finding vintage buttons. This one says party animal on it with this like crazy graphic. And then this one says shower shorter, safe, water save, energy. And it has this guy, little guy showering. So cute. And again, such an easy way to accessorize. I feel like when you're balling on a budget, buying a lot of accessories is the way to go. And then I do want to show you some jewelry. I got this vintage puka shell necklace from an estate sale for $1. I really rock with the puka shell necklace, especially in the summertime. If I'm at the lake, if I'm at the beach, I love wearing a puka shell necklace. It just elevates the vibe. I had one before and then I lost it, so I'm really glad that I was able to find another one. I've gotten a lot of questions where I got this necklace from. I got it from an antique fair for $1. I'm pretty sure it's just like a handmade necklace. Like this is literally like thread or something like that. And then I got these two necklaces from an estate sale. This one just has like a really cool pendant on it. The chain, not really rocking with the chain that much. I also really love some costume jewelry. I think that's also gonna be the vibe this summer, is not only just wearing a puka shell necklace, but wearing like a lot of beaded necklaces. I think this is the vibe, especially like depending on the color palette. I love like an earthy color palette like this. That's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is such a laid back casual video. You know, I feel like we really needed this. I've been saying that a lot lately. We needed this. More nights like this. It's just a stupid inside joke my friend Ella and I started. Like every time we like go out and we have a glass of wine, we're like, more nights like this. We needed this. I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment. If you guys want more thrift hauls, let me know. Thrift with me's, vlogs, stuff like that. Get this video to 100K views and maybe I'll do another one. I also want to start doing favorites videos again, even though I posted one before and it totally flopped, but like maybe spring favorites? All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!